Welcome to Grapes and Debates, a podcast where we'll uncork some incredible wine and debate varietals of issues within the restaurant industry, one glass at a time. And now, your hosts and owners of SoNapa Grille, Adam Barringer, Chris Botting, and Joe Bates.
Episode 35.
Damn.
Grapes and Debates.
Here we go.
Episode 34 out in Arizona.
Yeah.
When we were at the Restaurant
Yeah, that was
Success
cool.
Summit. It was. Yeah.
With Shamali
and Joey Costa from Mercantile.
That's right.
In Kalispell.
We've got to get out there and see them.
Yes. So, Grapes and Debates. Business partner Joe Bates. I'm Adam Barringer, your host, with Kevin O'Donnell.
Woo!
We're ready.
Our co-host today.
Wine, weed, and debates.
Wine-
My favorite things in the world.
Wine, weed, and debates. And next Wednesday, we may have to have you back.
I'm either going to be crying hard crocodile tears or I'm probably still going to be partying.
Okay.
Right.
Either way.
But guess what? We have this wine up here called The Debate. It's
All right.
$250 a bottle. And we thought we're going to drink it no matter what.
I'm down.
Okay.
I'm down.
Perfect.
I'm down.
Perfect.
We'll be here.
All right. So we
Even
sta-
if that goes though, we can't just start smoking on the sidewalk on Wednesday.
No.
You can't
Like
do
it's-
it. You can't do
listen,
it now.
6
No.
months, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if that goes.
Listen,
yes.
we can't get into
Yeah.
that yet. We
Not
have
the
to get into the
minutia.
grapes part of this.
I jumped the gun. And
I
that's
know.
not- we always know it's grapes
We
first.
always know it's grapes and then debates.
It's unacceptable.
And the grapes that we have in front of us are, it's one of my new favorite Cabernets. Times two.
You gave it. Yeah.
Okay.
I happen to know. I don't know which is which though.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So the whole idea is for us to sample both of these, and then we could discuss it. But let's sample them and see what you think. Let's start with number one first.
Seems logical.
Right, we'll start with the left first, and then we'll go to the right.
We go.
Yeah,
Yeah, one.
numbers.
I know. Thanks, Emily. Dumb it down for us.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't have my glasses.
Oh, that's number two.
No, there actually is a one and
The
a
one on
two.
the left is the number two. That we just
For
grabbed.
you?
Yes.
Well, yours are backwards then.
Yeah.
Well, Emily put the two on the left.
We're drinking
so
one.
We're all good. We're all good.
We just kind of throw this thing together.
And the proper way to taste is the 5 S's. Sight, that is a dark, ruby, beautiful cab
Yeah,
color.
beautiful.
And you can then swirl,
S number 2.
then smell, and then sip, and then savor.
I will. Wow, beautiful fruit on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dark fruit, blueberry, blackberry.
Great color.
Yep. And tannic, that's a pretty
Ooh,
big cab.
it is.
On the back.
Yeah.
What is it, bitey? What do we say, grippy?
No, you can say
It's
grippy or chewy.
It's grippy, it's chewy. Yeah, I love that. I can't tell if that's your new favorite, though.
Well, can you
I don't
can
know
you tell
it
much
well
of a
enough.
difference between the two?
I haven't tried number 2 yet. I'm going there now. Just kind of S number 1 here.
This has some fruit in it.
I mean, also big, deep color.
Pretty similar though, right?
Yeah, you said it's got some fruit to it. It's fruitier than number 1. I think number 1 is, I'll go grippier, bitier, whatever, more tannic.
A little more tannic on the back.
Number 2 is a little softer
Yep.
for me.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
well, that's great.
They're both fantastic.
Yeah.
Food wine for me. Sipper, everyday sipper for me.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, one's a little stronger on the back end.
Well, here's newsflash. It's the same wine.
Different vintages?
No, this I opened at 1 o'clock, so it's decanted for 3 hours.
Okay.
So it's had a chance to really open up. And the number 1 wine, we literally just opened it up 5 minutes ago. So you kind
That's
of
amazing.
just how it softened it, how it opened it up.
And I've never been a big decanter guy. It's all been a little, just for show, and it's
Yeah.
yeah, that
Well, it gives
that
it- gives it a
absolutely
chance,
works.
Right? It gives
Yeah.
it a chance
Yep.
to just do its
Yeah.
thing, breathe,
Yep.
get in there.
And so the name of the wine is Priest Ranch, and it's Napa Valley. Yes, Napa Valley Cab, and it has all the characteristics, in my opinion, of a true Napa Valley
Did you get
Cab.
a chance to visit these guys when you
No,
were
I
out
haven't
there?
had.
No? Okay.
I was introduced to them probably about 3.5 months ago, maybe 90 days ago.
Right.
I thought it was such a good wine that we put it on the menu, and this is our high-end Cab by the glass.
And we have drank it many a times.
Yes.
Well, and
Oh, good.
It's getting great
SoNapa.
feedback in the restaurants.
It is. It is.
It's-
So I would say, hands down, my favorite drinking Cab right now by the glass, and I think it's
You are fickle, though. You
fickle.
You can break up and move on pretty easily.
Well, it's the best one now.
Yeah.
There are so many great wines
my
out
God.
there. We'll have another one that's going to be equally as good, if not better.
Well,
but
what do you
price
what do you
point
think
on
is drinking better? Do you like it a little more tannic? Or do
No,
you
I
like
think
this-
the way it
one
opened
that
up, it's a
opened up
little bit
Yeah.
softer.
I think it depends.
Yeah.
100%. How often do you decant wines?
0.
Okay.
You personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, 0.
Yeah.
We decanted last night.
Okay.
It was a 2001 nickel and nickel.
Okay.
Actually, and it was
God,
was-
that's 23 years old already.
no
2001?
No, 2021.
21. Okay. Okay.
The guests we had
Forgive
over
me.
last night, we don't like them that much, right? But,
Okay.
But when we decanted it, and then we decanted it for pouring purposes, right? When you first poured it, it was just soft and fruity, and it just got even softer,
Right.
And fruity. And this is the wine that's only 4 years old.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. Fabulous.
So
Absolutely
sometimes,
fabulous.
the argument could be, do you decant a newer vintage to allow it to soften like this, or do you take a wine that has already been sitting for a while, decant it maybe because of the sediment, but it's certainly not to let it soften because it already has in
Sure.
the bottle.
Yeah.
So different
That's
thoughts.
what people are doing with aerators, right?
Yeah.
Remember those aerators that
Yeah.
pour the thing through and supposed to soften it?
I haven't seen much of that lately.
They did. I don't either. It was
Yeah.
a gadget that somebody made a lot of money off of, and
Right.
I wasn't that person.
Okay. Well, listen, as our audience knows, we are the owners of SoNapa Grille. We've said our bio on here many times, but Kevin, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? And
Sure.
heck, Joe doesn't know.
Right.
No, we
I'm
just met. I just shook your hand with.
Yep. Yeah, I appreciate that, Joe.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I'm just a serial entrepreneur.
Okay.
Right. So I've been in everything from the staffing business to coaching college football to the wine business. We've invested in 3 separate wineries over the course of our time. We've one of the few that did very well in them.
Okay.
Met a lot of great people.
You mentioned that you
Where are the
were
wi- where are the
involved with
wineries?
Sanford.
Yeah, well, Richard Sanford,
Okay.
He had Sanford Winery, and then during the 2008 crash, he ended up losing it. Right, they built this unbelievably gorgeous facility. I think Terlato out of Chicago was a partner in it. Ended up losing it. Well, Richard had a ranch in Buellton, and if anybody's seen the movie Sideways,
Yeah.
right, that's
Yep.
where it is.
Okay.
And so he started another brand called Omarosa, right? Right in the whole San Ynez Valley. He's really the godfather of Pinot.
Okay.
And he needed somebody to come in and kind of help him. So we danced around for a little while and got involved with him for a little bit. He's just an amazing human and great wine. I mean, that guy, Julia Childs used to come to his house in Buellton to cook dinner and drink wine with him.
Yeah.
And the guy still, he's probably 90 years old, 92 years old now, and he still walks his vineyards. And he has weights set up around the ranch that the first vineyard he goes to, he does 10 curls, right, and goes on and so on for. But a great family. Him and his wife Tekla and daughter Blakeney were just amazing people.
Yeah, they say wine adds to health, I believe.
Absolutely.
And you hear all these great stories of all these old legends still walking around their wineries, Mondavi and just, cool stories. And these guys are still getting after it.
And he gets after it.
Yeah.
And they produce great wine. Right.
No doubt.
They produce great wine.
Well, Sanford
Yeah.
was probably one of the most well-known Pinots for a very long time.
Yeah. I mean, their winery sits right next to Sea Smoke.
Okay.
Right in the San Ynez Valley. So they're all right there.
And that right now is quite expensive. Sea
Is
Smoke?
anything not expensive
No, that's
right
true.
now?
That's true.
It's just getting worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go to the grocery store.
All right, so serial entrepreneur, coach, staffing business,
weed
owner,
investor.
winery, weed investor. We got to get to that next. But
Yep.
you also, because we talk about restaurants,
Yep.
how many restaurants were you involved in?
We had 16. We've been
Okay.
involved in 16 different kinds. Everything's from quick service burger joints to high end steakhouse and seafood place. And you've got a lot more stamina.
Yeah.
Obviously, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And it was
All
a great,
in Florida,
It was a great
or-
run. No, we had some in New England and,
Okay.
and a bunch in Florida.
Okay.
We owned some butcher shops. We did a little bit of everything. So wine and food have always been a passion, right? I don't think anything brings anybody together more
Agreed.
than wine and food, right?
Agreed.
Wine, food, and laughs. That's pretty much what,
Yeah.
what we're all about.
Yeah.
And then got rid of them, sold them all, and living at the beach.
Yeah. And it's funny you say that wine brings people together, because it took me a decade, maybe longer than a decade, to come up with a slogan for our business. Outback Steakhouse, no rules, just right. And I'm thinking, SoNapa Grille, something California, I don't know. And it took a while, and then finally, looking at pictures that are posted, not just by us, but by other people, and they're always, tasting great food together. And our slogan is Taste, Toast, Together.
Nothing better.
Yeah. Yeah, cheers.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Taste, toast,
Thanks for having me.
together.
Absolutely.
All right, now
The grapes are great.
we're getting on to the debate part of this, because I've got to know about this yes on 3. We've talked